right, YouTube, what we got is a 2019 Dodge Journey, and what we're doing on this is we're doing a radiator. So I checked out YouTube, and nothing. They have some guy doing a radiator on this one, but he says that you have to vacuum out the AC unit, but you don't have to vacuum out the AC unit on this one. Alrighty, what you see here is we have that radiator out. We have that radiator out, and it's over here. And it is a 2019, and the reason why the customer even is replacing the radiator is because he was out scuba diving and he went through the desert and he ran over something and he bust the radiator right here. So there's no warranty on it. And I'm gonna go ahead and be putting this new one on right here. And I'm gonna go over the steps that I had to do. I had to take off the transmission cooler. I'm gonna go over the steps what I had to do to get this up out of here, to show you the process without taking out the refrigerant. We went on ahead and slipped this radiator down in here. First thing first, we slip that radiator down on in here. Right here. Alrighty. And then we're just gonna clip these this here, it goes inside this little groove. We're gonna clip those in those grooves right here. And we got also on this side also. And we're gonna put this back in. Just give me a moment. I'm gonna help y'all as best I can. Sorry guys that I didn't start recording earlier. Alright, we was able to lock these in here and over here, and also in here. Make sure that radiator get locked in there, and then down here at the bottom, right here, make sure that condenser is sitting in that little clip. Alrighty, and the next thing is we're gonna put on the transmission cooler. Dripping a little bit, and make sure it's not dripping. Gonna put these on those two lines right there. I'm gonna put this transmission cooler, those two lines. I had to take some two pins out, these two pins here. I had to take those out of it. What's this here? This little pick tool right there. And let me put those in here, and then I'll be right back. Alrighty, I got those two lines on, and then put the little plastic, it's a little plastic cover that goes over after you put those two clips back in, those lines. So when you take these off, you'll see that there's two clips in there. You just take this, just get it up under there and pull that clip out. Don't lose those clips. You need those to keep it in there. And then we're just gonna put this back up. Gonna put these 3 10 millimeter bolts, 2 on this end, 1 at the bottom, and 1 right over here. That one goes right on there. Pretty simple. Alrighty, we got those 3 10 millimeter bolts back in, and it's 1 down here. I would be showing y'all at the same time I'm doing it, but I only got 1 hand today. I don't have a helper. Okay, and we got that bolt in there. Alrighty. Next, we want to put our hood latch back on. Let me take off. Take off these 2 bolts here. I put those back on so I wouldn't forget where they go. Goes to the hood latch. Okay. There. Bring this back here. I'm gonna put those on. You got 10 millimeter there and 1 over here. Let me put those on. I'll be right back. Alrighty. We got the hood latch back on, tight. And the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna put our horn back on, which is where this bolt is right here. Take this little bolt out. Sometimes I just put the bolts back in where I got them off at after I take the piece off. So I just remember, because I got so many bolts that's coming out this vehicle, I want to make sure I put them all back where they're supposed to go. All right, and then we're going to put our horn on. Right here. Alrighty, put that connector back on. Good right there. And alrighty, next we're gonna just get our lights. Let's see here. I'm gonna put these hoses back on. See, right here is what people think that these need to come off to get this radiator out, but they don't. It's a bolt that goes in right here that comes around and connects to this radiator. And that bolt, which is here, is what we need to put back in there to put the to tighten that condenser to the radiator. But you do not have to flush the refrigerant out. You do not have to vacuum it out. All right, we want to put this hose back on. And the hose, this is our hose right here. Our hose go right there. We're gonna put that back on. And one moment, and I'll put that back together. Okie dokie. So what I'm not gonna do is I'm not gonna put this bolt back in right here, because that bolt is not needed for this radiator. The radiator is bolted in good and it's not going nowhere. So what the manufacturer do, what the dealership, what they like to do is they want you to go and get the job done at the dealership where you can't get it done nowhere else. That's why they put do certain things like that. So I'm not going to put that bolt back on just in case they ever have to do radiator later on in life, or ever have to flush the system. Anything that they have to do, they won't have to vacuum out the AC unit. So we're gonna go ahead and leave that bolt out to help the next mechanic or anybody else that has to work on this vehicle. Thank you. And the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna come over here, and we have this hose here. We have this hose right here at the bottom. We're gonna put that hose on. This is the hose I took off right here. I'm thinking because we're gonna put this hose on here. Get the hose on first, and then we're gonna put the clamp down. The clamp, you're gonna have to grab it under it. So what I had to do is I had to just push this up to get to that clamp a lot better. Make sure that that's flat. Alrighty, I just put the air filter housing back on, which was this here. Had to put this hose back on, and this hose here. Put this hose back on here. What you do is, just take those off by a flathead screwdriver right here, and then put these clamps. Take these clamps off, and you can take those the housing off. And after you take these clamps off, and then this electrical connector, by pushing this in, let me show you here. By pushing this in on the top right, in the middle right here, push it in, pull up, take that right off. All right, I just tighten all those down and put this air filter housing back on. And after you take this out, take the air filter out, put it to the side, and then just pull all this, and then you get a Torx size 27, this right here, and then just take this, after you take this housing off, out the top of the housing off and the air filter off, just, you know, pull this up with a little bit of force, and then put that to the side. But I put all that back together, and next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna put the grill back on, which is over here. We had to take the grill off, and I believe that is it. And give me one moment, I'll be right back. Also, I wanna put the reservoir overflow back here. It just pops right on. No clamp needed because there's no pressure. That's the overflow to your coolant reservoir. Go back on. What you see here is these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 little studs. We're gonna put that inside the bumper. And the bumper, you have these let me show you right here. These little slices, these little cuts that are inside your bumper that these clips go into. Just put those clips inside of there, and we'll be right back. All right, and we got the bumper back on. Spiffy. And then right here is these connectors. I put these in. Just let me get one out for you and show you how to get those out. Here's one here. You just get it started here. Just get it started. Push that middle piece up. They're a lot stiffer when it's a 2019. Let's get that started. There you go. That's all you do. Put that right back in. Push that middle piece down. There you have it. Just top it off with some coolant, and make sure you turn that heater on full blast so you can burp the system. And that's how you install a radiator for a 2019 Dodge Journey. Thank you very much.